Have you ever felt that you're unable to express yourself or start a conversation even when you know what you're supposed to talk about? Or maybe you have had a moment where you said something and instantly regretted the way how you said it. Well, I have been there too. In fact, I was so bad at communication, I chose to become an introvert. Not because I wanted to, but because how inconsistent my communication was. Have you ever wondered why you are able to talk to a specific person for hours and hours without getting bored or running out of words in a conversation? On the other hand, if you start a conversation with a random person or someone you have spent some less time with, you feel like it's a Viva test and you just want to get over with it as soon as possible. It is very difficult to initiate or hold a long conversation with anyone if the person you are talking to doesn't have a similar interest as you do. When two human beings have similar interests, they tend to be a lot more comfortable in communicating things to each other, and conversations feel a lot more organic. I had applied for around 50 to 60 job applications, and after 3 months, I had received only 4 responses. You would be shocked that I cleared all the interviews and had received job offer from all the 4 companies. Obviously, I'm still learning and trying to get better at communication every day, but here is exactly how I was able to do it, and you can too. The first and most important point in holding a conversation is to be a good listener first. Listening to another person in a conversation also gives your mind a lot of time to think about what to speak next. Whereas if you're someone who rushes to speak first all the time without paying attention or listening to other people, you are gonna run out of things to say real quick. It also gives you hint that if the other person you are talking to is interested in continuing the conversation with you or not. Reading the room. Before you speak, you need to observe. Most people jump into conversations thinking, oh, what should I say next? Instead, you need to ask yourself a question: what is happening around me right now? Here is what you need to look for: energy levels. Is the room serious, casual, or tense? Try to match your tone with the energy level of the room. And also, keep in mind, body language is one of the most important thing to observe. When you are speaking, it is very important to look at people and see if they are engaged or distracted. And if they are distracted, try to shorten your message or try a different approach. This alone will put you ahead of 90% of the people in the room. Next is to speak clearly. Clear communication isn't about sounding smart, it's about being understood instantly. As soon as you start speaking, the listener should be able to understand the message you are trying to deliver. To do this, use short sentences, avoid jargons unless necessary, and get to the point fast. Try to also avoid fillers as much as you can, because fillers make you sound unsure and unprofessional. Replace your fillers with silence. Silence feels powerful. Fillers feel weak. Slow down in the conversation. Fillers usually come from being empty-mindedness or rushing your thoughts too quickly. You can also practice this. Record yourself speaking for 1 minute and analyze your recording. You will instantly find out the problem. Be direct but not aggressive. There is a difference between being confident and being rude. I had a question asked to me in an interview. If there is a clash between you and your teammates, how would you try to resolve this situation? My answer to that was, now I will read this part out so that I don't miss anything. Firstly, I would be patient and understand where the mismatch of ideas is, and listen to my team's point of view and reasoning. Then convince them by putting my point of view in front of them and using all the learnings from the years of experience I have had. I aim to deliver smarter, more effective solutions with confidence and clarity. Now, some people would say at this point, you can conclude your answer. But I also added that even after this, if their decision stays the same, I will continue to handle it by being patient, respectful, and align my ideas with the team's vision. And I don't know if this was the correct answer, but the interviewer was pretty impressed by my answer. These are some of the things which you should absolutely try to avoid. First is over explaining yourself. If you keep talking all the time, people stop listening at one point. Over interrupting, it's a sign of insecurity, not confidence. And you need to speak with structure. If you speak with random thoughts, it will lead to a confused audience. Trying to sound smart isn't always good. Big words don't impress people until and unless the message you are trying to deliver is clear. Ignoring feedback signals is also a very bad point. If people look confused, you should understand and read the room and adjust immediately. And communication is a skill. And just like any other skill, it gets better with time and practice. Start small, stay confident, and soon people won't just hear you, they'll actually listen. Just keep practicing while keeping these things in mind. And I assure you that you will be better at communication than you were before. Remember that consistency always beats talent. Alright, if this video helped you, make sure to hit the like and subscribe. I would also appreciate your feedback in the comment section down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.